Is this thing working? That's a joke, it's working. Hey everyone, I'm Margarita and welcome to my books and beauty vlog where I'll be discussing my favorite inspirational, fiction and non-fiction books and where I'll also be discussing beauty. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite books that I read this summer. This is called More Than Enough by Elaine Welteroth. Now, Elaine Welteroth is one of my biggest inspirations in the world. She is the first Black female editor-in-chief of Teen Vogue. She has done this at such a young age, and she has just accomplished things that I feel can really inspire us to reach for our goals. I really wanted to feature this book for the first episode because although I'll mostly be covering fictional books, I feel like this book has really taught me a lot about how to be in the world as a woman of color and how to exist unapologetically. Okay, so let's go over some tips that we find in More Than Enough, which just came out by the way, so buy it now. So the first lesson in More Than Enough is that trusting in the bigness of your dreams and trusting in a higher power is super important. For those of you that are spiritually inclined, it's super important to recognize that trusting God or trusting the higher power will really allow you to hone in on your dreams and focus on their strength and might. So Elaine writes on page 85 of the book, I was finally waking up to my own possibilities and to a deeper realization of the power of vision and faith, two of the most important tools I would need on my journey. For the first time, I understood that the bigness of my life would be determined not only by the bigness of my dreams, but also by my capacity to trust that there is a higher power who would always take those dreams and multiply them. So the second lesson that I learned from More Than Enough is that we always have to research the people who now stand in the positions that we want to hold someday. So basically research your career goals. On page 99, Elaine writes, in all the years I had spent devouring magazines, making collages for my photo albums, it never once crossed my mind to study who actually made the magazines I was obsessing over until now. The job just never seemed attainable for someone like me, with no connections in that glossy media world. Whether you want to be a writer or whether you want to be a store manager, it's super important for you to research the people who are actually in that position right now because no one started in the position where they are. The third lesson from More Than Enough is to have a tribe. It's super important to have a group of friends who are there to support you, who will not undermine your dreams and who will make sure that you get where you need to be. She says, the world doesn't prepare girls, especially little brown girls, to see the bigness of their dreams. It doesn't train us to embrace the expansiveness of our own possibilities, and small towns tend to reinforce small thinking. So seeing our full potential isn't work we can do alone. We need the other women in our tribe. Friends, sisters, mothers, professors. When women affirm women, it unlocks our power. It gives us permission to shine brighter. The last lesson I want to share with you all from More Than Enough is about not letting fear be paralyzing. So on page 177, Elaine writes, I realized that if we aren't vigilant, we can move through our entire lives feeling smaller than we actually are. By playing it safe, by unconsciously giving away our power, by dimming our radiance, by not recognizing that there is always so much waiting for us on the other side of fear. So there is so much that we can give to the world if we just leave fear behind and we step into the world with all of the people who support us and all of the dreams that we have, and we are unapologetically ourselves all the time. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and watch my next video because we all really want to form a book beauty loving community together. So please down there subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye.